and then Ancient Aliens is going to stream from now to eternity. Alright, so in this video we're going to be talking about tables. Now, if you've ever used an Excel spreadsheet, you've been to a sports site, you've, well, just about used any kind of software out there, you've seen things in a table format. You have a row and you have a column, you have some headers, you have some data, some text, and whammo, you could read what's generally going on. So let's go ahead and make a table. And so we're going to start off with our table element right here. It's going to be our parent element, and everything else we're going to jam on the inside here. So let's do TR. This is going to be our table row. We're going to hit enter here. And let's see. Table header, let's do this times 3 here. We can hit enter. And actually, no, we need a fourth one for what I want to show. So we're going to leave the first one blank, and I'll show you why. So let's do something like you would see if you had, cable or you're channel surfing and you went to that one channel where it shows you what's upcoming. Hopefully I did not date myself there, because now I realize you could just go to like a guide button and it'll show you. You didn't have to like wait around in the old days of cable, but whatever. So we're going to see what's on the program for ESPN, Food Network, and then the History Channel. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. We're going to do another table row. We're going to hit enter. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to do not another table row. That's not what I wanted. Come in here, do a table header. And let's just do 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to have some table data. And let's just slap this in here. Actually, I think I have one too many. And then we're going to do this. So as I do this, everything lines up. So this table header here is going to be sitting directly over this table header here. ESPN is going to be sitting over this table data, which is what this stands for here. Food Network is going to be on top of this, and History Channel is going to be on top of this on line 26. Now let me show you here. So we're going to hit save. We see we have a little table here. I left this first one blank because we don't need anything here at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a series of times in which, hey, you're watching TV this time. We have 8 to 9 p.m. I'm going to do another example in a moment where we do 9 to 10. And then we could see it between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. we have sports on ESPN. We have good old Flavor Town, which is not the name of a show. I'm just being funny. At least I think I'm funny. On the Food Network here, and Ancient Aliens on the History Channel. Now, if we wanted to continue this again, we could come down here and let's just copy and paste this. We'll come in and do 9 to 10 p.m. We're going to have an OJ documentary. Can have a Bobby Flay show. And then I think Ancient Aliens is still just going to be on. So we're going to save this here. We're going to refresh it. But why would we want to have another like Ancient Aliens here, right? That may be a little bizarre, because we're just showing it again. This isn't wrong, but maybe we want to show it in a different way. And one way we could do this is we could come in here and we could do row span is equal to 2. So let's do this. and we see that it shoves it on over. So let's delete this. And we see that now this sits in between here. Now with styling, CSS, that kind of stuff, we could give this a color-coded background, space all this text out a little bit more to make it easier on the eye, and it'll be more consumable. This is one way of handling that kind of issue. You don't have to do it this way. This is just an option that HTML allows you for. So let's make things back to the way they were. Let's come in here, refresh it, and now things are back to the way they were before. Now, let's say something else happened. Let's say there's been a weird change in the universe and the OJ documentary is actually going to be on the Food Network channel at the same time. How do we handle that? Well, with the row span, we saw that we were able to kind of hover in between here. So if this is a row and we want to take up some space here and here, that would be a column span. So let's go ahead and do this. We come in here, call span 2, we're going to hit save. We're going to break some stuff, and we see some stuff is a little out of order here. So let's go ahead and remove this. Refresh here. You're always going to want to do a little bit of padding and whatnot with your styles. This is just general HTML, so it's not going to look great. This is how every website looks underneath all that prettiness you see. But what we see here now is that the OJ documentary doesn't force everything else on over. We see that it's now in the ESPN and the Food Network column, and then Ancient Aliens is going to stream from now to eternity. So that is one way of taking something in this column and moving on over. And in the previous example we saw, we could see how we could make an entity here exist between two rows. And that's essentially tables in a nutshell, at least basic tables. So yeah, have fun making them. You'll be seeing them a lot when you start making your own websites professionally.